Joining us now is OjyOkpe with stories trending around the world.
Was
Thank
that
God,
loud or was
Thank
it
God
loud?
it's Friday. Hello, Genix.
TGIF.
It's Friday.
My favorite,
Your favorite day of the week.
I can't wait to go and relax. Was that loud or what? What was that, Dr. Mati? Let me speak Yoruba. Kilon Shele.
It's Friday.
Good morning. How are you? I hope there's no Wambe this weekend. Rufi. How are you this morning?
I'm all right.
Well, all right.
Good.
Okay, well, good morning to you viewers and happy Friday. Let's begin what's trending. Following the explosive 15 million naira bribery allegations involving the EFCC and popular cross-dresser Bobrisky, the federal government on Thursday suspended 2 officers of the Nigerian Correctional Service who were suspected to be complicit in the scandal. The 2 officers suspended over the bribery allegations were Michael Anugwa, Deputy Controller of the Corrections in charge of the Maximum Security Custodial Centre, and Sikiru Adekunle, the Deputy Controller of Corrections in charge of the Maximum Security Custodial Centre in Kiri-Kiri Lagos. Bobrisky had alleged in a viral audio recording that his godfather, alongside the Controller General of the Nigerian Correctional Service, Haliru Nababa, had ensured that he served his 6-month sentence in a private apartment and not in prison. All right, what can I say? Will I say kudos at this moment? But you heard the person who was implicated there, Haliru Nababa. That's the question that, I'll ask, and a lot of people have asked. Why was his name not part of the list? But, I'll say kudos because, the Minister of Interior jumped into action. He's been praised on social media. There were 2 others that were also suspended involving, these sort of allegations. One officer from Ebonyi State and another one in Abuja. But anyways, in the meantime, very dark man has taken to social media to praise the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, for suspending the senior prison officials in connection with the bribery allegations. While in a post on Instagram, he wrote, "The Honorable Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, you have proven yourself to me before. So I was just relaxed, watching, and boom, you did it again, with the suspension of some officers that might have been involved with this whole Bobrisky saga. Much love, Egbon. It is a fight to make Nigeria a better place, and we will definitely make it a better place with our own little efforts. Keep that fire burning. We have picked each other's brains, and I believe in you for now, because as a politician, you fit go change tomorrow. So for now, you are the guy. God bless you. I love you, Egbon." Well, here is a video of when the social media influencer met with the minister.
A few months ago, I just said something like the prison, because I was locked up in the prison, and then I just extended what I saw in the prison. I said, okay, the tap inside is bad, there's no water flowing and everything. I called him out, and then he called me back and he said, "Video, don't worry, you see changes. As I speak to you now, you can go to Abuja prison, they give you access, enter and see the changes he has done." So this man, I will stand by him any day, any time. I will stand with him because I don't see who will bring change, nobody the one or 2. I'm not campaigning for him. I'm just saying I can easily come and say, sir. And also with the international passport, a lot of changes have been done. The man is really working, so I appreciate you. Thank you very much, my friend.
Well, all right. Again, congratulations, I would say. They are in order. I think I saw a comment yesterday. We took the story about the cabinet shuffle or reshuffle. Who knows? But also this is a call for the EFCC to jump into action as well. 15 million naira is a big deal. But I also wanted to tie this in with comments that have been made by the person involved, Bobrisky. She has deleted her posts on Instagram, but I got some of them. And I'll read some of the posts that she has put out. He. Oh, well, she appears to be a he. Well, you're right. He's a he. She wrote, he wrote, "Please, everyone calling to tell me the danger I am in, and the plans against me should hold it now. I don't want any threat no more. I was being scared because of the story that EFCC will detain me again, and I will be sentenced to prison 2nd time. God will vindicate me, and for those that want to frame me up, they will be exposed by the law. I am ready for any investigation, but not in the same EFCC office where I was detained. And any investigation should be free, no intimidation. And I demand for an independent and open investigation for the world to see. You cannot bury me because of my social media lifestyle. Anybody can alter any audio, add or frame any audio and put it out. Best of luck, anyone who published any audio should take responsibility for the audio. The fact remains that I am not the maker of that audio and didn't publish any audio, and nothing can change that. I will meet you guys in any court this time around if you have any case against me. I think also the bigger story really is that she is considering, again, he is considering suicide.
Just combine it.
No, I mean, yes, she
Is she?
He's a he. He said he's a he. Let's just leave it there. But it's only just difficult for me to say he because of her appearance, his appearance. I mean, that's the only reason. But we do know he's a he. But again, and this is a very big deal, and I want to put this out here in public. I mean, he's contemplating suicide. And this is the note that he put out on Instagram before it was deleted. Bobrisky wrote, I have never in my life thought about suicide in my life, but now it's coming to my head, seeing what human beings are doing for their fellow human, just in the name you want to bring them down by force or because you don't like them. I don't need no sympathy from anyone. People I might have need sympathy from are my late parent, but who will fight for you? Friends? Haters? You won. Well, I want to put it out here. Bobrisky, I'd like for you to stay strong, innocent until proven guilty. Absolutely. This media trial, I know, I mean, it's conversation that we have to have because it concerns our, security, our jail system, the EFCC. It's a conversation that we put out there for investigation. But I also want to put it out there that the trolling should stop because suicide is real. Rufai, I'd like to start with you.
So first, when you are in the public eye and something like this is going on, it really messes up with your mental health.
Yes.
So a couple of things. I know it's a very tough place for Bobrisky now. He doesn't know who to trust because since he tried trusting somebody and through that the audio went out because he couldn't pay them the money and all of that, I think he should get a professional counsel at this point in time.
Absolutely.
Secondly, what he also needs at this point in time is a PR agent where they can articulate thoughts out, and he shouldn't say most things because anything he says against him now will be used if there's a litigation against him. Mm-hmm. So those two things, and probably get out of the public eye for a bit, get out until a point where you are called, for if there's more questioning or conversation as regards this, then definitely, because we don't want a case of suicide.
We don't.
It's not a good thing. And
Absolutely
also,
not.
People that go out there to troll people, please, it's best you stop it because you think you hide behind just a keypad, but you don't know what you do to the lives of other people. And after all of this is said, then let investigations started. Yeah, they have suspended people. But you see, the part with Nigerian investigation is once you suspend people, it's like, see, everything is over.
No, it's not over.
It shouldn't be over. We should get to the end of it. Anybody that is found culpable in the value chain must be brought to book. And I say that advisedly because we've had a case of a minister in this country. We just had a suspension, investigation we hear it's been concluded. We don't even know what's going on as regards the humanitarian ministry.
Yes.
So we need to be able to get to the end of it. It's not just suspension. And everybody should, take it out of the media eye. But like I called for yesterday, because it's also going to hit the investigation, the Part B tape also should be brought out to the public front. The very dark man that has the Part B tape should bring it out so that we can see everything on the table. And like I was also saying yesterday, I don't think it's fair when they say, okay, EFCC is now calling for investigation. No, EFCC cannot call a man for investigation that released the tape about EFCC when EFCC ought to investigate what's happening to them internally. It's going to kill the whistleblower culture in this country. I mean, we've talked ad nauseum about other people that have been victimized. So EFCC should do that internal. If they need anything from him, I think DJ Adekunle is already representing very dark man They can get to his lawyer. His lawyer can release more details they need for their investigation. But he also needs to release that in the public air. And also, even with Very Dark Man, he needs a safe place at this point in time.
I did see a video that his address had been leaked or something like that.
That was in relation to another
story,
matter, which was in relation to Mr. Jolloff's matter, where I think there were allegations back and forth, and that wrote him. But he needs a safe place, and the state needs to be able to take him into a safe custody, because if there's a legal case that ensues, because truthfully, there's supposed to be many legal angles to it. If there's a legal case that ensues, he's a star witness in all of this. So he needs a safe place. His safety and protection also needs to be assured. But we need to get to the end of all of this for our sanity in this country.
All right, again, Bobrisky has maintained his innocence. He's come out to say they should investigate, and he's ready to be investigated. I think this sums up this whole conversation, because we have talked about this at length. We need our systems checked, and that's what they need to do now. I think Bobrisky is innocent until proven guilty. Again, the media trial, social media trolling, please, should stop. But let me take this story. I'm still talking about the rot in our system. In Kiri-Kiri Lagos, some police officers who were seen in a video now making the rounds on social media inspecting documents of youth corps members have been accused of extorting 1 million naira from the coppers. Let's take a look.
This one is fighting me.
I am not fighting you. I'm telling you.
I give myself gun. Somebody give me gun. Let me come here. And you are fighting hard on me like this.
What do you mean? He's losing the plate number.
Listen, plate number.
What do you mean? You are too small. I know you are not kidnapping.
You make any call.
But I have to tell. But there's no offense in pressing my phone in the car, sir, boss.
Me, I'm telling you.
I have to tell my people that.
This is what we only do for our station.
Yes, okay.
You don't make call now.
If I'm in car with you mean I cannot make call? I cannot call anybody. Nobody has to know when I get.
Put your phone inside your pocket first.
So when I get
station, carry your phone.
Again, there are issues in our system. Ayo, before you make a statement, Dr. Abati wanted to also add a comment with the Bobrisky story really quickly. I think it had to do with Very Dark Man, really quickly.
I think
then
Bobrisky has returned to say, well, he's no longer committing suicide, planning to commit suicide after deleting his Instagram post. Well, let him be reminded that the risk of committing the error of semantic saturation, to remind him that attempted suicide, if anybody attempts suicide, it's a felony. Under Section 327 of the Criminal Code, Section 231 of the Penal Code, and the punishment is 1 year with additional fine.
But he has put it out there. It's the most important thing is that he has put it out there. That means he's contemplating it.
Yes, he has reversed himself.
Whether or not he reversed himself or not.
He has even said, no, but for public education.
Yes.
Because in this country, a lot of people say, I want to commit suicide. I want to commit suicide.
Okay. If you
commit suicide, you succeed, then the sections of the law don't apply to you.
Okay.
Number two is that I saw Very Dark Man, responding to a conversation with Fals at the instance of Seun Kuti. He was saying that Falano, the person to talk to is Bobrisky, not him. That he was the one that he was not the one that originated the allegations. Again, there's some ignorance there. Saying that I was not the original publisher of defamatory material is no difference in law. Okay. If you republish it, the man who wants to sue can sue the second person who publishes. So it's up to Falano to decide on who to publish. However, Very Dark Man made a point that he is fighting against corruption and he wants this matter to be resolved. And he says he stands by his story. I think that's commendable in terms of what he's trying to do in public interest. However, they have suspended about 5 correctional service officers. How about the Controller General of Immigration himself?
This is the point
Where is the godfather
Where is the picture
that took somebody out of prison and put him in a place outside
The investigation
prison?
must continue. It must continue.
So let me talk about the story, that video that we saw. You know, Oji, this could have been the replay of a number of videos that we've seen on social media. This story of the policeman extorting 1 million naira from coppers was raised on X by, I think, was an Olufemi OjyOkpe. And he showed, and we see what played out. And I'm glad that the faces of these men are not covered. So it makes the investigation easier for the police force to find out what really transpired. If you look at how a lot of people, if you interview about 10 Nigerians, I dare to say 9 or 8 or 9 out of 10 have experienced being stopped by either police officers, VIO officials, LASMA, traffic, just FRSC, so many of them. And the one thing is that the police has to redeem its image. That's the truth.
Yes.
And so one of the ways they can do this is by making sure that when they get reports like this, just in the same show that Mr. Lubumi Tunjoju came out, there has to be public accountability to say that we have followed this through, we found these men culpable, and as a way to demonstrate that they were serious about zero tolerance to corruption in the force, these punishments have been meted out. Then they should also use them as an example, because if there are no consequences, we will continue to see this happen. I'm not saying that, because if you look at, there are many things you can say about even the police themselves. The reason why they are incentivized to behave in such a manner is because people you hand guns to, or you give them the responsibility to secure lives and properties, themselves are not being well taken care of. So it's like putting or arming someone who is not fit to hold those arms. That's one. The second thing is that they take advantage of people who are ignorant. So if you don't know your rights, you don't know what to do, they will just come in and swoop in. So maybe for citizens as well, active citizenship, know your rights.
Yes.
And where you can provide video evidence, but the most important thing that Nigerians want is that the police need to act when they see. They haven't said anything yet, so let me not jump, but we need to see a lot more officers, erring officers brought to book. We appreciate the police, but we need to also see erring officers, the bad eggs in the force, discipline in the public.
Well said. I mean, we have the visuals out there. We need to hear from the police, also from the EFCC, really, and also from Haliru Nababa, the man that was implicated in the audio from Bobrisky. We'll take alleged audio from Bobrisky. We'll take another story. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Thursday received Monday Okpebholo, the governor-elect of Edo State, at the State House in Abuja. Okpebholo was accompanied by the chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Abdullahi Ganduje, senator representing Edo North, Adams Oshomole, and Dennis Idahosa, the deputy governor-elect of Edo State. The Independent National Electoral Commission had presented Okpebholo and his deputy with their certificates earlier in the day, which they presented to the president.
Dennis. Deputy. Congratulations. OjyOkpe. Congrats. I see you working on TV. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, okay.
Dr. Bati, you know I can't comment very much on the kneeling, because that's the main point, that's the main story that was trending on social media. Please, what's going on here?
No.
You are a Yoruba man.
Well, you know, if people do you a favor and they support you, our culture in Africa recognizes gratitude. So you have to go
Dr. Bati?
Well, no, let me just put it
Rufa is asking about
and
the favor. What's the favor?
If it is Okpebholo kneeling down, Okpebholo was born in 1972, August, we are told. So the president is old enough to be his father.
Well, sure, Baba did not kneel down.
Well, no. OjyOkpe is 72 years. Okay. So it's not likely to kneel down. But what happens in corridors of power? When President Jonathan was there, people used to crawl. They would start crawling until the man gave express instruction that please don't kneel down for me, don't crawl before me. And the CSO and ADC, they had express instruction. If you came there, you want to kneel down, you want to crawl, they will immediately ask you to stand up. You know, all these people carrying files who want to be sycophantic before the president.
You see, the Yorubas have a saying, I'll tell you, Oji.
What are you going to say now?
Idobale Onshewa.
Okay.
What it means?
What does it mean?
Because somebody kneels down for you and everything does not mean they appreciate you or they have good conduct. They just do it because they want to get something. So the truth is because President Tinubu is in power, but Dr. Abbasi has to define to us what favor President Tinubu did to them that is making them kneel down. So all this Idobale Onshewa, the most important thing is how can you better the lot of the Benin people?
That's the point.
It's not by kneeling down and everything. In fact, I'm even weary of people that are so quick to kneel down and everything and all
But
that.
you're Yoruba, isn't it your culture?
Idobale Onshewa. See, the real character is what you can do to better the laws of people. It's not by showing gestures of kneeling down.
President Tinubu has told Okpebholo that he should go and deliver good governance.
That's just it.
Maybe that's what you mean by, good behavior.
Yeah,
so
that's
President Tinubu
good
says he
behavior.
wants good governance.
Speaking about respect and culture, Adam Soshomole, who was there while speaking to pressmen at the INEC headquarters on Thursday, said that Edo people will now have a governor who will not fight the Oba of Benin over stolen artifacts.
Not needed.
The important thing that I'm happy about is that Edo people now have a new governor who will not disrespect the people of Edo State. We now have a new governor who will not send pregnant women to prison and they deliver in prison and die in prison. Over 20,000 naira mobile court fine. We now have a governor who will respect our traditional institution, which is the heart of our culture. We now have a governor who will not be fighting over artifacts. Right? But rather he will be fighting over what is good for Edo people. We now have a governor who will not demolish a hospital and replace it with a museum. We now have a governor who understands the value of education and will not destroy libraries and replace it with a market.
All right. Edo State has a governor now.
Edo State has a governor, but that was not necessary. That was cheeky. Because the fight, and I think Dr. Abbasi has clarified this, did not even involve the governor directly himself. It was as regards a group, that was having a back and forth, a tiff with the Oba of Benin, Enige, as regards where they are going to keep the artifact. Secondly, he that said we now have a governor that will not allow a pregnant woman deliver in prison. But this was the same OjyOkpe that told a widow to go and die.
But didn't he retract that afterwards and then offer the widow a job?
Because he was forced to retract it. Because there was public outcry. So this is the same OjyOkpe that told a widow, go and die. So, you see, I tell people in this, be careful in victory. In fact, I don't learn a lot from victory in life. I learn more in losses. Be careful in victory.
Absolutely.
Be careful when you're trying to exercise your spoils of war.
All right. Because
victory itself is transient.
Because we have very limited time, Ayo. I don't know if you saw this story about this hamster story. I wanted to just take reactions to that story, where thousands of Nigerians were reeling from disappointment after that highly anticipated Hamster Kombat crypto airdrop yielded meager payouts. Let's just take those reactions really quickly. Let's take some reactions from that story. This person wrote, "Congrats to everyone who spent 4 months or more tapping every hour of the day, missing out on sleep, and getting their friends to tap too. You made $5. A 30 minutes minimum wage job can yield you more than a hamster." Another person wrote, "Dear hamster, I resigned from my job where I built a professional and unblemished career over the years in anticipation of huge token from you, only for me to be rewarded peanuts. From where will I start now? The threat of my HOD or the mockery I'm facing, all the people that have been mocking this." Please. One of our editors, call him out right now. Olabi Fashina was part of this whole thing.
No way.
No, I had to. No money. The money wasn't. The money didn't come.
When are we going to learn? But I mean, let me not say that. I don't blame. I blame and I don't blame. I blame because when you hear things that sound too good to be true, they're probably too good to be true. How many times do Nigerians have to be scammed by Ponzi schemes for them to see or read the writings on the wall? First it was MMM and people put their life savings. And the sad thing about it is that
this is not fair.
Yeah, when people do this, some of them get into a lot of depression and find it difficult to get back. So you can't. Where would they hold these people to? It's so sad that they've come again, giving you false promises. Yeah. Everybody took you hook, line, and sinker. And now they're crying on.
Well, how can you be scamming Nigerians?
Billionaire from there?
I'm not agreeing with this.
Oh, I'll be sorry.
Don't worry, you'll make money. Quickly,
please. There's also an element of greed.
All right.
In people that go after things like this. So be careful.
All right, let's take our final story. Dr. Martin, we'll take
a fool and his money are sumpate. Proverbs 21, verse 20. This is the lesson.
We'll take our final story now under entertainment. In the United States, where Afrobeat superstar Davido delivered a stunning performance at the United Bank for Africa's 75th anniversary on Tuesday, the star-studded event took place on the sidelines of the ongoing UN General Assembly at the Pier in Manhattan, New York. The chairman of the bank, Tony Elumelu, alongside other dignitaries, including Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, WTODG, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Benedicto Rama, President, Afreximbank, and Ghanaian President Nana Akufo-Addo were all in attendance. The event also marked the bank's 40-year presence in America. Let's take a look.
Policeman, many men in my convoy. The boy know they take his us. If he knows, they gon' give you a back up. And as the money don't they come like us. Nothing will be soft this sauce.
All right, I wanted to leave you guys with Skelewu for your weekend. Well, I'd love to always thank you all for your great analysis on What's Trending. Well, congratulations to UBA. That's all I have for you guys on What's Trending today. I'll see you all next week.